We're going to begin assembling our cow now. The first thing that we're going to attach is the snout. We need to add nostrils first. And if you have a long center starting yarn tail, you can go ahead and trim that shorter now. So go ahead and get some thin black crochet thread or yarn. And we're going to double it up onto a yarn needle. Just like that. And we're going to add the nostrils. Make sure your yarn tail is on the bottom like that. And this is 1 row, 2 rows. We're going to add it in between row 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So you can just pick a spot and go in, and then just go up 1 row. And then go over. And then go up 1 row. And I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more pass through. And this is up to you. If you like it just once through, you can do that, or you can make them a little bit bolder by going twice. But so there's the little snout. So I'm just going to tie these yarn ends together lightly. You don't want to pull it too tight because it'll change the shape of the snout. So after you do that, then you can trim the yarn tail shorter. And tuck that pink yarn tail in there, and then just add a little bit of stuffing to it. Now we're going to go ahead and attach it. So you can make your cow face any way. Like this one, I have it facing forward like this. But if you wanted, you can always do it like diagonally too. But I'm going to make this one the same way. So the snout will go in between rows 10 and 11. So you just start at the top, just count down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I want it about right there. So I'm going to pin it in place. And then just check it out. Make sure you're happy with the placement. Make sure it's even. Mine's a little off, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay, so I adjusted mine, and I'm satisfied with it. If you need more time to adjust yours, you can pause your video. but we're going to go ahead and attach it. So your yarn tail should be at the bottom here. So we're just going to go into this next stitch and then straight down into the head of the cow. And pull through. And then we're going to go through the head of the cow up to the next stitch. Go right through that stitch. And now I'm going to go back a stitch and go straight down through and pop up. So we went back one stitch. This is where we just came out of, right here. So we're going to go up one. And this should be a stitch you haven't gone through yet. We're going to go up through there. And then we're going to go back one again. So we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. I'm going to go up through the next stitch. And then back down one. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go up through this one again. And then back down. And then you can just double check, make sure your snout's attached everywhere, and then go ahead and knot off. And then take it down through the bottom. And give it a little pull and snip. And there is your snout attached. Alright, so the next thing we're going to attach is the little nubs, as I like to call them, or horns or whatever. So go ahead and just make sure that your starting circle is tight, and then you can trim your center yarn tail. And just do that with both of them. And we'll add just a little bit of stuffing to them. See, that's too much. There's that. And that. And these are going to go in between rows 2 and 3. So if you look at the top of your head, and they're going to be more center too. So here's 1 and 2. So we want it in between rows 2 and 3. So about right there. 1, 2, here's row 3. It's going to go right in between. So I'm going to pin this one down. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Here's row 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to pin that down. So then just check it out. Make sure you like the placement. If you're not sure about one of them, you can attach the one you're satisfied with first and then go back and look at the second one. Like, I'm not too sure about that one, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this one first and then see if that one still looks good where it is or not. And we're going to attach this the same way that we attached the snout. You can just take out these pins as you go. And backtrack 1 stitch. So just make sure when you're going in, you go straight down in first, and then you can turn to have it go out the side. And I'm back to where I started, so I'm just gonna make sure the nub's attached really good, which it is. And then I'm gonna go back up to it and knot off. And then we're gonna take it down through the bottom, just like we did with the snout. So now that you have one attached, you can look at your other one that's on here, see if you want to adjust it where it is. So I'm going to adjust mine real fast. You can pause yours and do the same if you need to. Okay, so I adjusted mine and I got it placed where I'd like it now. So again, we're just going to attach this the same way we have been. Okay, so back to where I started, so I'm just going to go back up one stitch and down the next, and then I'm just going to check it, make sure it's attached, and it is. So I'm going to go ahead and knot off. And then take it down through the bottom. Cut it free. And then check out our little cow so far. Okay, so now we're going to attach the ears. So you don't stuff the ears. And the ears are going to go between, the top part is going to go between 7 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8. So about right here. And if you see, here's your ear. I like to bend it. Just make sure that your yarn tail is at one of the ends so that it's like that. So go ahead and get one ear placed. I'm going to do one ear at a time. Just make sure you're satisfied with where it is. I actually am going to put mine a little higher. So if you don't like where it ended up being at rows 7 and 8, you can put it higher. Because I did not like how mine was on this one. It can all change just if the nubs are a little bit farther apart. I think mine's a little bit farther apart than this one, so that's why it didn't look as good at 7 and 8. That's cute. Alright, so I got one ear attached with pins. I'm just going to put the other ear up. I'm not going to pin this one down, just to kind of look at it. And I like how that's gonna look. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this ear. Hey, cutie pie, you can't be up here for this. Alright, so where your yarn tail is, switch this pin. I'll go in the next stitch and down. And come out. So this just went in this side here, and I'm going to pop out over here just to secure this side too where I want it. Got him with some treats. Alright, So I'm going to pop up where I want to attach that ear. I'm going to come up through this stitch of the ear. And then I'm just going to go back down through the same stitch and away. So we attached this starting corner and this starting corner. That way it just kind of keeps the ear where you want it while we do the rest. So now we're just going to do like what we did with the snout. It might be a little bit harder to see because I got the nub already on there. But we're just going to attach it the way we've been attaching everything else. Okay, so we're back to the front now. So now we're gonna secure these center stitches in here in the ear. These are gonna be a little bit more difficult to get to. So with these ones, you can just pop out and then just go in the next one. And then just do that. Until it's secure. So you might have to make a few passes. Alright. So just check it out. Make sure you're satisfied. Which I'm satisfied. So I'm going to go ahead and knot off. And then take it down through the bottom. And snip it. And you can play around with your head a little bit because it's going to be taking a little bit of a beating attaching everything to it. So once you got the shape back, we're going to go ahead and pin the other ear in place. So just compare it with the ear that you already have attached. And you can pause your video and get your ear attached. Okay, so I got mine pinned where I'd like it to be. So we're just gonna go ahead and attach this. Again, we're going to attach the corners first, just to kind of keep the ear where you want it while you attach the rest of it. And then we're going to just attach it like we attached the other ear. Okay, so we have the ear attached. Now we just got to do the inside of the ear. Okay, so just make sure it's attached. And then when you're satisfied, go ahead and just gnaw it off. And go down. Okay, so now we gotta attach the arms. So we're gonna put some stuffing in the arms. So get down in there and stuff the hoof. And then you're just gonna stuff part of the arm. Yep, just like that. So there's a little bit of stuffing and then it just gets bigger for the hoof. For the arm, I find it easier to freehand it, not pin it down. We're going to be attaching it right here where the head turns into the blanket. So have the arm in the position you want it. I have mine just go straight out the sides. And wherever your yarn tail meets the body, just go straight in there. And then pop out anywhere in the front. And see if you like where that is still. So I am okay with that. So now wherever your arm in the front meets, just go through the body and then through the arm. So now your arm is in place. And now I'm just going to go down back into the hole of the head and then pop out through the next stitch. And I'm going to attach it. I'm going to go through the arm. I missed the back stitch. You gotta make sure you go through both. Since the arm's not sealed, you gotta make sure you go through both the front and the back stitches of the arm. Well, we're just going to keep doing this until the arm's attached. And just check, see if you need to go through any more spots to attach it. Okay, so once you're satisfied, your arm is attached, just go ahead and go to a stitch. Knot off. And take your arm, take your strand down through the bottom. And snip. So now we got one arm attached. So now we gotta do the last one. So again, go ahead and stuff your arm. And place it. Make sure you're satisfied. And we're going to attach it the same way. I'm going to go right in to the head first so I can keep that spot. Alright. Okay, so just kind of check your blanket out. Check where your arm is attached. See if you need to attach it anywhere else. And if you're satisfied, go ahead and find a stitch and knot off on it. And bring it back down through the body. And here's your little cow so far. Okay, so now we're going to give our cow some eyes. So if you want to count exactly, we're going to put the eyes over row 9. But it's just one row up from the snout. So go in the side of the face and pop out where you want your eye to be. And just go ahead and pull, but leave yourself some yarn to work with, because you're going to tie it together and then bring it through. And then go just up one row into the next space and just go in it and then pop out where you want your other eye to be. And then pull. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go just up one row. And I'm going to come back to the first eye now. And I'm just going to go back up through, then double up that eye, and then back down through the other one, and I'm going to pop out with the yarn tails. So there's your little eyes. So you can do that as many times as you want. If you want them to be thicker, you can double up as many times as you want, just like with the snout. But I'm satisfied with that, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that free. And then just tie these strands together like this. And then put them on your bigger yarn needle. And then just go through the same hole that they're coming out of. Take it down through the bottom. Probably have to give it a little bit of a tug because of the knot. And then cut it free. And look how cute your cow is. Okay, so the last thing to attach, if you want to attach some spots. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is personal preference. You can do as many as you like, and you can place them wherever you want. So just for this tutorial, I'm just going to attach 2 to this cow, just so you can see how to do it. But you can put as many on your cow as you'd like. So I have 2 sizes here. I got the big one and the small one. So before you attach your spot, you need to hide the center yarn tail. So go ahead and just look at the back of your spot, and you're just going to weave this yarn tail in between the stitches of the spot, just like that. And then just snip it free. And now you don't have that center yarn tail. And then do the same thing with the little one. Okay, so with the spot, you're going to kind of just freehand it like we did with the arms. You're not going to pin it down. So after you place it wherever you want it, so I'm just going to put it right here, you're going to want to go into the stitch, the next stitch, like that, and then where the spot is laying, you're just going to go under the top parts of this white double crochet, like that. You don't want to go all the way through because you don't want to see it from the bottom. See how you can't really see the yarn needle? So that way when you pull it through, and then pull it through a stitch of the spot, it's attached right there, but you don't see it from the back. So then you're just going to repeat this all the way around. You're just going to go in the next stitch of the spot. And then where it's laying, just go under just the top parts of the double crochet of the white. And then back up into a stitch of the spot. We're just going to repeat this process the whole way around. Now when you come to like a hole right here, you can maneuver this a little bit, but you'll just have to go through just like one stitch down there and then skip ahead. Hey, knock it off. Buttons is extra playful right now. You're silly. Here, attack the cow. He's punching you. Attack him. Okay, so this spot is attached and you can't see it from the back. So just go ahead when you're done attaching your spot and knot off. And then we're going to do the same thing we did with the center starting yarn tail. We're just going to weave this in through the stitches. And you can do that as much as you like, and then just snip it free. So there is one spot. And go ahead and do the same thing with the smaller spot. Okay, so again, once it's attached, just go ahead and knot off. And weave this yarn tail in to the spot. And snip it free. And there are 2 spots attached. So you can go ahead and attach as many spots as you'd like, wherever you'd like, just like this cow. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you love your cow. I hope this was easy for you to follow. If this is the first time you're checking out one of my tutorials and you like this, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. And check out my playlist. I have plenty of other baby security blankets or loveys, and I have some other stuffed animals from cows and elephants, and so go ahead and check them out. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.